The Art Complex Museum in Duxbury is home to a variety of works from artists ranging from classical to modern, but paintings aren't the only thing the museum has to offer. We went on the local scene to find out what makes this artistic gem a vital part of the community.
Just driving in the driveway here at the museum, it's very calming and serene, and the grounds are beautiful. You see the sculptures and the other works of art outside, and then you see the building, which is a beautiful wave shape, which is emblematic of our community and the whole South Shore on the ocean here. And then to come in, and it's always, first-time visitors, it's always such a surprise by just how lovely it is. And we have 3 galleries, and it's always changing. You know, it's never stagnant. So every time you come back, you're gonna see and experience something new.
It's really important for the art complex to be here. For one thing, it's a gem, like just a gem of a museum, and it's really accessible. It's really warm and inviting, where to anyone, to all kinds of ages and incomes, and anyone can come in, and it's a little bit more, I guess, inviting in terms of being able to just see all kinds of art and have a great appreciation for art.
The art complex opened in 1971 here in Duxbury, and it was the culmination of work by our co-founders Carl A. and his wife Edith Weyerhaeuser. They had been collecting art for years, and it had really outgrown their family home in Milton, and they were looking for a place to be able to share it with the public. The mission is to share their collection with as many people as they can. It's not only an art collection, but they had other interests like the Japanese tea ceremony. They had concerts that they used to host in their homes, so we have a concert series here. And they really wanted to provide a place where people could not only see the art and be immersed in it, but to do it in a location that was comfortable and very nice to be in.
It's really a way to engage with everybody in the community, from young people to older people. And we're just lucky. We have, at the museum here, we have rotating exhibitions, we have art classes, concerts, musical concerts, wonderful events around the grounds with sculptures, and just a beautiful place to spend the day.
The shows that we have here during the course of the year, we have half of shows are shows pulled from our permanent collection. The other half of the shows are under the realm of our contemporary curators. So they are shows that are created by living artists. So Craig Bloodgood, who's our contemporary curator, he goes about putting shows together in a couple of different ways. An artist might come to his attention in some way, through someone he knows, something he's read, something he's seen, or he might have an idea for a show, and then he'll go about finding artists whose work can make that show come to fruition.
I have a few galleries that I exhibit at, and they have their own sort of focus. There's a little bit more of a focus there. And when you're at a museum, I guess it gives you a little bit of prestige, because museums are associated with a little prestige, so that has a little validating feeling to, like, I guess I'm doing okay. I must be doing something all right if they're gonna want to exhibit my work. It's nice, and it has, I think because museums tend to have some history with them and have a background of well-known, notable painters and artists. Feels really incredible to be exhibiting at something like that, and to be exhibiting amongst for an example is they have Sargent and oh my gosh, Rembrandts, and those are they have old masters paintings, and then they also have more contemporary artists like George Nick and Carol Amalia. So it's a pretty wow, okay, that feels really nice to be in that sort of same space that they have been in, and so yeah, it feels really good.
I said to myself, when I retire, what I really want to do is become a volunteer at the Art Complex Museum. The volunteers have, a great time. You're surrounded by beautiful art and beautiful people. So that was always my aspiration. And I retired about 1.5 years ago, and one of the first things I did was sign up to be a volunteer. So I was thrilled to come full circle and be back to the museum.
I've been here only about 1.5 years now, and the people that I work with have been here a while, and they're very invested in the mission. And I think every time I come to work, I'm seeing something new. I'm meeting new artists. I'm a very visual person. I'm an artist in my own head, and I get to live it every day.
I've been an artist professionally for 32 years, but since I was a kid, really, I always painted and drew and, did all those kinds of artsy things as a kid. So I consider myself an artist even at a young age because I knew I always wanted to be an artist, even when I was little. I can't imagine not having art in my life, and it's a cathartic thing. It's helped me out through issues in my life. I have a whole series of paintings that I did when my mom died, which was a very cathartic thing to be able to go through. It's every time I get ready for an exhibit, I'm always amazed when I have all the paintings out and I'm looking at them all, because it's like looking at a big visual journal of your life, which you don't actually kind of realize at the time. So it just falls into place. So. It really seeps out of me. I can't imagine not being an artist or having art in my life, or, seeing art too. The more you can see and absorb and, osmosisly, it all kind of comes down into you, and you figure out ways to kind of bring what you're attracted to into your own work. And it's like having a delicious piece of chocolate cake or something.
To me, art is many things. It can show us great beauty. It can show us places we've never been to before. It's a record of history, what we've done, what we might not want to do again. And it's also a reflection of humanity. It's the good, the bad, and the ugly in the art world. But I think we could learn from that. And having a place in the community where you can go and see art, I think is so valuable, because we can learn from it and change things going forward.
Art brings the community together in so many ways. First of all, coming to a museum, you're looking at the art and speaking to people. What you see isn't necessarily what they see, so it sparks a conversation and expands your life.
I think art brings the community together in a variety of ways. Not only is it a place to come, if you look around you, we have the building and our galleries, but we also have the grounds. We offer so many things here. We have exhibits where people can come in, and you never know who's going to be here. You could see your neighbor that you might not see in the street. We have show openings where we invite everybody to come and participate and meet the artists. We have gallery talks where you can come and learn about a particular topic. All of that available close by to where you live, I really think is invaluable. I think there can be a great barrier to having to leave town and go into the city. There's a lot of great offerings, obviously. Boston, we're very lucky. But I think not everyone always has that time and can make that effort. And to have a resource like the art complex in town where you can just drop by and spend half an hour, I think is invaluable. And we're free. I mean, come on in.
For more information about the Art Complex Museum, visit artcomplex.org.
If you enjoyed this video by the local scene, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching.